Well, it's certainly been a while since we've done one of these animated videos, hasn't it? Too long, really. And I'm sorry, folks. I've been meaning to get to this. It's just, I've been really busy lately. A lot going on, and I've had a lot on my mind, too. But anyways, I wanted to talk about something. A good buddy of mine, friend of this channel, Davis Aurini, he recently sobered up long enough that he was able to watch the Black Panther movie.
So what the hell am I supposed to say about Black Panther?
Now, I haven't seen the Black Panther movie myself. Now, I'm a big Marvel fan. I love Marvel comics, at least up until, I don't know, probably like 2012 when they started to really SJW the hell out of Marvel comics. But nonetheless, for the longest time, I loved Marvel comics. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. By and large, I think it's great. Again, haven't seen Black Panther, but I've seen all the rest of them, and the worst you can say about the not-so-good ones is they're forgettable. But anyways, Davis had a lot of complaints about the Black Panther movie. He argued that it was stupid, it was racist, and it was feminist. Now, I mean, it's Black Panther. It's one of the lamest of the Marvel characters, in my opinion. He's a C-list Avengers character at best. It was cool to have him in Civil War. I don't know about him carrying a movie. I mean, I kind of want to see it, but then there's also this retard circus surrounding it.
The revolution will not be televised. That's right! That's right! That's right!
All these SJW geek media rags talking about, oh, so important, this movie's so important. You'd think this was the first time a black man's been in a movie, period. In fact, I've heard some of these actually say, oh, it's great, it's Marvel's first black superhero on screen. Are you kidding me with that? First of all, it's not the first black superhero movie. There were parody movies like Blank Man and Meteor Man back in the 90s. Steel had his own movie. Yeah, it was dog shit, but it existed. Spawn had his own movie. People always forget he was black. And oh yeah, what was Marvel's first critical and commercial success? Oh, that's right, motherfucking Blade. But I don't know. I'll probably watch it on DVD, but I got really turned off by the retard circus surrounding it, so I didn't want to go see it. Now, Davis just doesn't like superheroes. And it kind of dawned on me watching his critique of the Black Panther movie, really why. He keeps arguing that it's Gnostic. And he said before it's, because, you have Captain America who worships Jesus Christ, and then you have Thor. And here's the thing about the Marvel Universe, and the DC Universe also. Yeah, there's all these different things running around in it. And you don't really know necessarily how all of it fits. But why do you need to, would be my question. I don't know how things fit in the real world all the time. And neither do you. I mean, Davis, I know, is both a Christian and an evolutionist. I'm sure he doesn't know exactly how those two things fit, but after a while you just have to accept maybe you don't know. The other reason I think he thinks this about just the superhero genre in general, he described Black Panther as a salami. It's all this stuff pushed together. Well, that's what the superhero genre is. That, in my opinion, is what makes it so great. It takes the best elements of so many other genres. I mean, that's the superhero genre in a nutshell. He also said that it's Gnostic because there's this magical secret energy in the Marvel Universe that when you know it, then you're a ruler. And he's sort of described the Justice League as being no different than the villains and the heroes being no different than the villains because they all just take power over people. I don't know, that seemed very simplistic. It just didn't ring true to me. But almost all forms of sci-fi and fantasy, I shouldn't say almost all, but many, many forms of sci-fi and fantasy involve some sort of supernatural or super science or undiscovered particle or form of energy or whatever that allows the people that discover it or stumble upon it or gifted it or whatever to do amazing things. And, the drama is, what do they do with that? I don't know. I found a lot of Davis's critiques of the superhero genre to be, how should I put this? And again, I like you, Davis. Don't get me wrong here, but you're philosophizing away the fact that you don't like it. Like, you don't like it. You don't like superheroes. That's fine. It doesn't make it heresy. I'm not a particularly big fan of Westerns. It's a little known fact about me. I don't like Westerns. Very rarely is a Western ever going to appeal to me. But it doesn't have to. Not everything has to be for me. I don't go around philosophizing about how it's inherently inferior because it just doesn't appeal to my sensibilities. And I understand why it appeals to many other people's sensibilities. So no, I've heard this numerous times, and it just strikes me as, it sounds obnoxious for me to say this, like you just don't necessarily understand what the superhero genre is even trying to be.
No, you gotta understand, man.
It's trying to be this amalgamation of all these different things, all these different genres. I mean, even the Justice League or the Avengers is a perfect example of that. You have these many different characters of many different backgrounds, many different abilities come together for a common cause. Like I said, I mean, Davis went to go see a superhero movie And one of his biggest complaints is that it was a superhero movie. I don't know what you expected there, Davis. Now, as for the racial and feminist elements, I don't know. I haven't seen it. It really wouldn't surprise me if they shoehorn that into Black Panther. I think the whole reason they bothered to give Black Panther a movie is because of those reasons. I mean, let's face facts, he's a C-list Avengers character. Now, it's not like they haven't run with C-list characters in movies before. I mean, Ant-Man has his own movie, and he's getting a second one, but I don't know. I've never found Black Panther that interesting as a superhero. He's interesting as a leader of a country within this superhero universe, but as an actual superhero, I don't know. I've never found him visually all that appealing. I've never found him to be more than a C or D list Avenger, in my opinion. I'll probably go see the movie. Who knows? Maybe it's bad, maybe it's not. I don't know. If it's genuinely bad, in my opinion, it would be the first genuinely bad Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. As I said, there's been some I've thoroughly enjoyed. The worst ones like Thor 2 or Iron Man 2 or Iron Man 3, they're forgettable at worst. Anyways, that's all I got for now, folks. I want to thank you all for listening. Beckloff out. Since we're talking about Marvel movies, I guess it's only appropriate that I do a little post-credit sequence here. So I'll just say this, Davis. It's especially ironic that you hate the superhero genre, given how often you like to look like a supervillain in your videos.